Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks so much for joining me here again on Alma, Missouri. So you can see I am out in this backfield still. Have a worker kind of running out here, just tilling up the vegetables out here. They're doing a really good job actually. And I also have a handful of other workers kind of out and about. The other one is behind the field, and they're working in that very large grass field, kind of tedding this up. I'm just going to make some hay back here. So I finished up all my cutting from the last episode, and you can see I started baling, and I have just a little bit of raking here in this front field. So let's get going here. Another thing I was going to show you is that that manure pit. So as I have been playing around and loaded up this game, the barn, that's the main milking barn, actually did not register the manure silo. So hopefully that is due, because just recently an update came out for the game. Hopefully that is partially due with that, but it didn't register, and so I deleted that silo and had to replace it. It's the one, if you're looking at the main dairy barn, it's the one to the right there, right by that tree. So it's kind of tucked off to the side as I'm driving all around here, kind of looking over that way. But yeah, it didn't register, so hopefully that is just like an update issue. But otherwise, so far, everything has been going really well on this series. And I know some of you have said your AI workers have not been working well on the fields. I can't say I have found that to be the same. My workers have been working just fine. Oops, I actually lifted that up. I didn't want to. Alright, just turn around. But my AI workers have been working just fine, and even if they kind of start and stop in like different places as I'm, switching things around or loading up a game, it seems like they come back just fine and take care of the field. So no issues there, so that is good. And then I've been also playing around with the idea of like how am I going to do everything with silage on this playthrough. So on my last one, and I am still playing on it right now a little bit on Riverbend, for my silage I am doing this as you're seeing, and then after baling up the grass I'm going through with a wrapper, and I'm wrapping it up after that. So I kind of wanted to try something a little bit different, and now that the fermenting silos are out on the mod hub, and I did place one on this build, I've been trying to utilize that. So I'll kind of get over there and show you what I'm up to as well. So let's fold this up. I'm all set. Yes, I'm all set with this field. Just had to double check. Alright. And yeah, I should really kind of make a little path going through here. It almost, you can see, it like lends itself to it. Yeah, see there's a path into that field. Yeah, there most definitely should be a path here. And I do not have my chainsaw. Oh, let's go grab it. Well, let's go put back. I'll come back and get that windrower going. Let's put this back. So I got all that mowed up. Kind of jump back and forth because I was doing a little bit of baling. Yeah, let's make a path through there. Now I can see, because I had to delete the, put some grass in there. I delete the silo and place it back. That's better. Yeah, it didn't register. Double check now. Yes, it does. So if you're looking at it with me, the manure on there, it said, you know, to place a manure silo closer to the barn. But I just did that in the last video, and then it didn't register. So who knows? Who knows? Hopefully it's just an update issue. But if it keeps happening, then I don't know. I feel like after a while, you know, of placing it down every time, after a while I kind of just give up. And then I go, well, the other barn, the heifer barn, is working, and I can just utilize that manure. And typically, yes, that kind of happens. But I don't know how much I want to kind of play around with that. Alright, let me just place this in here. Kind of cheat that over in. Alright. And where am I going? Let's run up to my pickup. Yeah, let's open up that field while I'm like right there. Might as well. Oh, that looked kind of funny. Look at the planter. Through there. That looks silly. Let's just fix that. There, that looks better. Alright, let's run over to the truck here. So, really kind of happy with the progress I have been making so far. And you can see I did slow down time a little bit, and that is, I think until I get into like the next season where I have the 2-day months, I just honestly I don't want it to change into September, and then that kind of it takes away all my progress on the grass field, and then the grass is already growing, and then I'm up to, you know, getting into the next cutting and stuff, and I just don't want the field state to change, really. That's why. So for right now I am slowing down time for that. Otherwise, yeah, I want to keep it moving at the 3x speed, but as of right now I did slow down. Okay, so let's think. I like this natural open path. I think at least these 3 trees in here should come out. Let's look at that. I mean, that looks pretty good. That's definitely much better. Let's get rid of some of these shrubs. Let's look at that. Yeah, I guess I'll take that for now. That's not too bad. And then, should I... Well, I could just leave it. I mean, that's not terrible to leave it. I was thinking of painting a little bit into there, but I can leave it for now. That's fine. I'll just let it go there. Okay. So where are we at? They're in there tedding. I need to get this into manageable stuff to pick up. So let's unfold this. And then I'm just going to let this go on a worker as well. I think that looks good, the 2 headlands. And they're off. Okay. So, yeah, they're getting all this racked up for hay. Okay, so before I get over to the fermenter, another thing that actually came up, and I'm so glad one of subscribers to the channel actually mentioned this. There's a mod out there, and I'm pretty sure it's called like round baler extension. don't quote me on it, but it was something like that, bale extension. And it basically, as I'm getting up to 100 here, it stops, and then all I have to do is open and close the baler, and then I'm off and running again, and I just leave the cruise control on. That was so slick. I was playing, and I just happened upon it the other day when I was like, oh, let's kind of, go through, I was talking to myself, let's go through the mod hub, see what is on there, because sometimes even with like, I really try to get on there once a day and see what the latest is, but it doesn't always happen, so I end up missing mods. And then I was like, well, let's go on there and check what's out for some of the baling stuff. Maybe for this series I could kind of switch it up. And then I stumbled upon this one, and I was like, wow, this is really making life easier. And then one of the subs to the channel actually, in that same day, mentioned it. And I was like, well, funny you should say it. I actually put it on, and I absolutely love it. So it basically saves me time instead of, going past the row into the next section. It just stops the tractor for you. It's really, really slick. So yes, it does take some time to bale and get through everything, but yeah, it's just really, really nice. So I'm really enjoying that, and that's why, as you can see too, I just honestly kept going on my own. So it's like, well, it's really not that bad now with that mod script, and nothing is like, there's no conflicts. I haven't had any issues with anything else, like getting tripped up with this mod running. So yeah, check it out if you haven't, and I definitely recommend putting that on. I'm not sure if it's PC or all platforms only, so I have to look that up separately. But yeah, it makes for easy work, much easier. I can't believe I didn't download this sooner, because I'm definitely sure it's not a like a brand new mod. It looked like it didn't come out this week. I feel like it's been out, and I probably just missed it, like I said, when it came out on the hub. So anyways, let's get back to talking about the cattle. So for this playthrough, you can see, like, straight ahead, I do have silage bales and I have hay bales already. I purchased those, just to kind of get the farm going. But then my idea was not to use the wrapper on this, and to take these grass bales, put them in that fermenting silo over there, and then basically have a way to create silage. So my plan with this was to use corn silage. I want to get back into doing that now that that fermenting silo is available. And then I want to keep some of the grass silage as well. Do I have to do the grass silage? Probably not. I could just stick with the corn. But I don't mind doing this. I mean, I could just do hay only. But, I've been talking with you guys for a little bit. And look at, I only have, 1, 2, 3, 4... and then some of the smaller little rows to do. So it's really not that bad. It doesn't take a long time. Yes, it does take some time, but it's really not too bad. I could cheat and just come and collect it, or say I did and buy it, but what's the fun of that? I also thought I could use a loading wagon, and I know some of you mentioned that too. And if you're doing that on this build and just using a loading wagon, that's fine. I thought about that too. But I'm still kind of in the mode. I'm really enjoying doing the baling. So, I guess if I get sick of it, or I go like that other field that's down there in the background right now, if I go, I don't want to bale all these. You know, maybe, yes, I can get a loading wagon and just lease it out, and then just call it good. Like, yes, I could do that. Save myself some time. But as of right now, I am okay with doing some of this. And I love the look. I mean, that look of, look at all the bales kind of sitting over the field, that is just so, like, nostalgic and just screams, you know, American dairy farm to me, I guess. So I'm okay with it. But one thing, it would be nice if a worker, that would be really slick, if a worker could do this part. But currently, as of making this video, no, it is not possible. But it does go pretty quick. I mean, look at it. I mean, with that mod script too, look at, I haven't wasted any time having to drive backwards to get the rest of the grass. Usually that's my calling card. If you've watched any of my other playthroughs, I always kind of go past it a little bit, have to back up. So this is saving quite a bit of time, so I'm okay with that. And all I have to do is open and close the chute. Okay. Let's set this here so then I can go check on the other workers really quick. Just get one more bale in here. And actually, I should be able to finish this with you, probably on camera. Okay, let's go check on them. So this field, and honestly, I even tried some of this. I really love the animations. Look at those. Really cool. How that, you know, the dirt is all added on there now. I think that looks really, really cool. Pretty slick. So if we jump in the build mode really fast, let's just see where they're at. They're almost done. Yeah, and then just the back patch here. So, honestly, they were pretty fast. And then, let's see, they're raking up, and where is this worker at? They're really doing pretty well, too. So I think they're going to do 2 passes. That's what I had it set for. And then, let's see where the tedder is. The tedder is actually making really good progress as well. Even for such a small machine, it does go through it quite fast. Yeah, so they're doing really well. And this is a job, I actually like doing this one. But I want to get some of that baling done, so I'm okay with letting them do it. And then I actually did a lot of the windrowing up in that front field. I did that off camera, so I'll let the worker do some of this. Okay. And let's drive back. Let's put our chainsaw back. And let's get back to that fermenting silo. So let me show you over here. So my plan is, and I did test it out just to kind of make sure everything was working before I went, you know, full steam, and actually went with getting everything in. So this is my fermenting silo. My regular silos, my multi-fruit ones, just for like storing everything else under the sun, all the regular crops, is right here. So I have that, and then I still like how I put in that original drive and like turnaround that I'm on right now, and this is actually in the real build. If you check it out on Google Maps, there is that turn there. So I like that, how it comes up to the main 2 silos there. And then I have this one for the cattle. So if I go into the productions, so there's the corn crib, nothing in there. And then here is the large silo for silage and actually making some TMR. So my plan is, and I tried this a little bit, I did put some corn in, the chaff, just to make some of the silage. It did come out, and if you can see, there is 21,000 liters. I did put straw in just to kind of practice. And then I did put some bales of grass in. So you can see there's 19,000 liters in there. And then I put these two on, and you can see it just kind of highlights the icon. So those are active and just storing. And then I did do the TMR. So it does say there's 500 liters. And then, what does it say? Material's missing. So I put in, oh yes, I don't have any hay. So that's what I need to put in. So I did put in some straw. I put in the silage, like I said, and then we just need hay, which I am making out there in that backfield. So then my thinking is, honestly, to come by with that gravity wagon, and I could use like some of the bigger ones that are like right there behind me, or I could actually use that small little green one over there. I'll drive by that in a second. But then, especially with the calf barn, it's going to be much easier for me. Just put this back. I love that little animation to put that back. And then if I go to use it, I just have a flashlight. I think that is so cool. I mean, because realistically, would you walk around like that? No. Now maybe you'd put the chainsaw on the back of your pickup, yes, but you wouldn't be walking around with a chainsaw on your hip. But anyway, so to go back to this, to make that TMR, I think it'd be pretty slick to use that Parker's green gravity wagon right there, and to use that to actually feed the calf, so that TMR is actually ready to go. And then I don't know if I'll end up, I mean, maybe I'll wrap some and I'll place it over there behind me like I have staged. Oops, I actually forgot to turn on the baler. I might do that, but otherwise I'm thinking of just using that fermenting silo then to actually make my TMR. And for right now, all I have to do is buy some straw to actually get it to be active. But I guess that's my plan as of right now. So let me know what you think with that. I do like, you know, the aspect of having some rat bales of silage and just placing it in to the mixing wagon. So I don't know, I might do, like, say, this field, for example. I know these grass bales I'm just going to put into that silo for sure. But if I get, like, my second cutting, you know, well, maybe then I go through and I get the wrapper and I do it for, you know, just one of them. That way, some of the barns, I can just do a quick mix, throw the bales in, and then for the calf barn and others, I can just pull right up and I have my TMR already mixed and ready to go. So kind of, you know, play it by ear with that, but that's kind of where I'm leaning. I know I'm not like super definite on that answer, but I kind of like that aspect of leaving it open, so to speak, and kind of seeing where the series kind of takes me. So yeah, my plan is to get this all situated, and then I have all those hay bales. That's going to be a lot of bales out there to work on. And see, that would be a field. Maybe I go, I'm going to come over and just get it with a loading wagon, and especially if I'm just going to dump it in that. in that silo, but we'll see. I don't mind this job, and I might have to just do a lot of it off camera as well, and I'm okay with doing some of that off camera before the month of September hits on the game. So but look at that, I'm already through a bale netting, so I'm working on the second one already, so that's pretty quick. Pretty quick work there. Alright, let me finish up this row here with you. And then you can see ahead, it's really just a lot of like little rows of grass to pick up. So I like going like the long ways with this, except for that last like chunk up to the left. It's kind of like, you know, a lot of zigzagging back and forth. So I might want to, like, maybe I'll switch my direction on the next one, you know, the next cutting. Because you can see up here, I sort of did, but then I was like going back and forth a little bit, and that's a little, I don't know, a little more back and forth than I even want to do. Okay, see, look at that, almost done with this field, but yeah, doesn't that look cool? And then with the farm in the background, really, really cool. Pretty scenery too here on Alma. And I know if you're watching my my Riverbend series, this is actually the same. In the end, I went with the same baling setup here. Same tractor, same baler, everything. I guess that just tells you I did I really enjoy it. Went right back to it. Oh yeah, that looks better too with those couple trees taken out there. And I could even put some tire tracks in there, especially like coming off of that other drive. You would probably have a little bit. It wouldn't just be pure grass right away, assuming that you would be coming in and out that way, which I think you would. Alright, and just a couple patches left, so alright, I will let you guys go there. Thanks for kind of joining me here on the farm, seeing what I'm up to. If you are new to the channel and just kind of discovering my builds here on Alma, I'd love to have you kind of tag along, join the Farming with Nick community, and let me know what you think. If you'd like a copy of this build, which there have been quite a few of you now, and I'm more than happy to give you a copy of this save game, just let me know, and really I just need your email, and then I'll send you a save game, so you're all set. You can play on this build here on Alma. So you need just a little bit more grass. Oh, so close, just 2%. I think I see like a little patch over here to get to that 100%. But yeah, if you'd like a copy, like I said, of this save game, just let me know. I'm more than happy to share. That's not a problem. So, oh, that was 1%. All right, I see another little. Look at that small little spot right there. See if we can get to 100. Take any? I don't think you took any. Alright, didn't register. Usually, like on the end, sometimes you just miss some anyways. So then you get lucky in the end. But I know if I kept going, I don't know if this turns into hay, but this little spot should give me Should give me the 100. There we go. Perfect. So, all right, I will let you guys go there. Thanks so much for joining me here, like I said. And if you're new, I'd love to have you tag you along and follow along on this playthrough here on Alma. So, thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a good one. Take care.